just take us through the process of negotiating it and why you decided to sign it here and now.
I didn't take any part of the negotiations. Of course, it was my agent and a team, and I'd be like to be here and really exciting to sign a new contract with the team, and I really believe that we have a chance to win here, and being a part of a winning team in the best league in the world, that's my dream, and try to help the team win as much as possible.
Was it your side who kind of pushed to get it done early, or did they approach you and say we'd like to get this done before the summer?
Like I said, I didn't take any part of the negotiations, so I don't know who started or did what, but my agent asked me if I want to stay here, and like I said, I've been enjoying my time here, and of course lately it's been tough times, but that's hockey. The best teams will show up after tough times, and we have to show up to each other here that we can do this, and that's.
Did you set some personal goals coming in, and how do you think that helped with this new contract?
I didn't have any personal goals when I arrived. I just wanted to do my job as well as possible every day, and I'm not going to change that attitude. I have to do my work every day as well as I can, and that's something.
How does this change things? Because you came in, you're trying to earn a contract, trying to prove to everyone you could play in this league, and you obviously have now going forward. Now, how does this change your approach, I guess, going forward?
It's not going to change anything. Like I said, only thing what I can take care of is myself, my everyday work. When I do my work every day, well, it's probably going to bring some good results, and that's the only thing what I can worry about.
Since you came here at the start of the season and now you've played more, what have you learned about what it takes to be a number one goalie in the NHL?
I think it's same in every league. You have to prepare yourself for every night, be ready to play. There's no easy games in this league, and you have to play your best every night if you want to get the win.
How would you evaluate your year so far this year? You personally?
It's tough to say. There's still almost half year left, and of course I'm not happy because we're not winning enough. That's the only thing what matters. If we win or lose, that's a huge difference, and we're not winning enough, so can't be happy for that part.
Have you seen enough of your game so far to be confident that you will stay at this level or above the rest of the way, or is it a constant battle?
You can't be happy at this level. You have to be better like every day. If you want to win, something, you have to play your best in the end of the year, not in the start of the year. So I have to improve, and everyone else have to improve around me. But the only thing what I can take care of is myself. So I have to put my stuff together and try to be better.
Was there any part of you that maybe wanted to explore unrestricted free agency in the summer?
No, like I said, I've been enjoying my time here. I like the team is good. I think there's a huge potential here, and I want to win. That's the biggest part why I wanted to stay here, and I truly believe this team and organization that we can prove many guys wrong, and especially show each others that we have what it takes.
You and Cam both came into this season with only 1 year left on your deal. Probably only one of you is going to sign. It's you. How's your relationship been with Cam, and how has he been in terms of supporting you, and will this change anything?
Oh, it's been excellent relationship. He's one of the best teammates what I ever had, like a goalie partner. Like he's so supportive, and try to help him as much as possible when his Cam turn play. And I don't think it's going to change anything. We're playing in the same team, and we both have like the same goal. Edmonton Oilers needs to win, so that drives us both to better results.
Has he said anything to you? Did you guys talk about it?
Yeah, he said he was happy for me, and he say congrats, and he was happy for me.
Thanks, man. Thanks,
Thank you.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Today, just maybe take us through where you're at and how comfortable you are with the game right now.
Really comfortable. It took some time there to kind of heal up, and the training staff has been awesome. I've been working hard off the ice and on the ice too, so I feel like everything's 100%.
Alex, obviously no player wants to sit in the press box for any reason, but you were out with injury. Does that maybe kind of give you a fresh mindset of the game, like slowing things down from watching up top?
Yeah, I mean, you can take some positives out of it. You get to watch the game from a different view, and kind of just to see how how the structure and everything goes about. So, we talk in here every day. What we need to bring every night, and just to see that on the ice and talk about it. I think put it together and just feel a little bit more confident out there than when I first got here.
You said yesterday that it's time to get you back in the lineup. What do you think of kind of the revolving door with the amount of defensemen you guys have here?
I think we're all just highly skilled guys. I think everyone in here can play that hard role, and it's whether a guy's injured or he's not going that night and another guy's in the next night. I think we can all help each other out and just help each other get better. That's the only way to do it, and I feel like if we just push each other, then we're all improving.
It's been a little bit of a back and forth month for the team in terms of wins and losses. Just maybe talk about the importance of the game tonight and maybe heading into the All-Star break in the bye week with the W under your belt.
Yeah, I mean, as bad as it sounds, I think the position we're in is actually ideal. I think we just got to stay positive in here. There's going to be outside sources, people that are being negative. Even it's easy for us to get negative as well. But I think for us, just to come together as a group and just to stay positive. And if we get this win tonight, then we're going into break with some confidence. And I definitely think a lot of guys in here could use the rest, and they've played a lot of minutes. So I think it'll be good. It'll be huge for us to get the win tonight.
Is that difficult to do, to block out all kind of the negative energy around the city, around and just kind of focus on what's going on in here?
I mean, if you're a guy who likes to read the newspapers and listen to radio, on Twitter, social media, then it's easy for that to set in. But some guys can keep that out just by not paying attention to it. And at the end of the day, it's just you got to worry about your own game, bringing it 100% every night, and just working hard as hard as you can, and doing what everyone expects you to do. And if everyone just takes care of that, then I think we'll be in a good position.
Great. Thanks, Alex.
The first, real obvious question is asking about securing Koskinen for 3 years.
I love it. And I'm no goalie expert, but when you have a player that competes at that level and never gives up on a shot anytime, practice, pregame skates, games, you know that there's going to be significant growth there. There's a lot of times in this league, and especially in goal, we reward skill. But when you see a guy that competes like that and never quits on anything and puts himself in awkward positions because he's trying to stop every puck, you know the top end is significant. So for me, I don't have a lot of history with him other than the little bit I've been here, but I love what I see, and you don't get people that compete at this level easily or often. And I've seen one or two guys that I've coached that compete on pucks like this, and so for me, I'm excited for him and his family, and again, it's the reward for the effort that I think is really important, because he's exceptional in that way.
Two goalies start the season, neither with contracts for next year. Koskinen gets extended. The situation with Talbot now, what do you expect from him? He's obviously playing for himself and playing for the team, but looking ahead as well. So how do you kind of approach the rest of his year and what you want to try and get out of him in that time?
Well, I don't really care. I said to you before, I don't really care who plays. I mean, right now, organizationally, I'm really happy because they've made the decision that they've got Koskinen long term. But if you're talking about individual hockey games, who's ever going gets to play. For me, and knowing Cam and how competitive he is, I would think he's going to play great, because he's looking at his future, and he's like anybody else. He wants to impress everybody, including this organization or anybody else that's watching. So I would expect the competition in goal to even go higher, which is going to, we're personally going to, selfishly, we're going to benefit. But knowing him, he's going to compete at a high level. And I've experienced this going both ways, quite frankly. I've seen it go both ways, and I know Cam's character, and I expect it to go the same way it did for us in St. Louis.
Now, the two guys cleared waivers, but they're both back on the roster, your forwards. So, and Spooner playing this evening.
Yeah, Spooner's in. And
how did a guy go on waivers one day and be playing the next then?
Oh, it's real simple. He's on waivers. Again, we talk about Koskinen's situation. The reward here for us is work. And so he knows that not only tonight, but moving forward, every day is important for him from a work standpoint. And we have not been happy with his work. And he knows that, and he's got a chance to prove himself that he wants to be an everyday player, or does he want to just be a part-time player? And for me, we need an everyday player in that position. He's got the skill to help us, Jim, but we need the work, and we need the determination to go with it. And tonight is his first opportunity, and moving forward, if Ratty's here, then he gets the same opportunity. But we're not going to move forward until we start rewarding the work part of this stuff. And to me, both guys are on competitive notice. And if we see the things we want to see, then good, they get to play all the time. And I don't really care who it is, as long as he helps us win from a competitive standpoint, and Spoons gets the first crack at it.
Ken, just back to the Koskinen signing for a moment, please. Can that help with the stability and energy of the team in any way?
I don't know that the players pay attention to it. We certainly do, because we get to see the guy competitively every day. And like I said, I just think it rewards the right stuff that you want to see, and growing the team forward. If you start rewarding these type of performances and efforts, I think it gives you a real good foundation. And for me, I don't think the players look at contract lengths or anything like that. I think they just want somebody in goal that's going to help them win every night. And quite frankly, I don't think it's been the proper time to evaluate our goalies because we've made big errors in front of them. We've played very well at times, but we've made big errors. And the big errors have come back to haunt both goalies. So that's on us and that's on our defense.
Caleb Jones goes down to the minors, and yet you were playing him almost 20 minutes a game. Why? And why wouldn't you just move him down, say, to the third pairing? Why is he in the minors?
Well, I think we saw a guy hit the wall. And so let's let him catch his breath. He's going to be back up here. Let's let him catch his breath. Let's put him in a lesser environment that has the microscope on it, because the trend was going the wrong way, and we needed him just to catch his breath and play hockey and then get back up and running. It's not long term, but with Clefbaum coming back after the break, it afforded us the opportunity to continue to play him, get him playing, and unless of an atmosphere where everything is magnified so much right now. And I think sometimes when you're a younger player and you make mistakes, the mistakes affect you later on, Jim, and they start to affect your confidence. And when it starts to erode, I'm reading the same stuff going on with Cholowski. And sometimes you got to give the guy a little bit of a break and take him out. And so we were in a perfect position where we could take him out rather than just sit him in the stands, continue to have him playing. We know when he's on as a game, he's a positive player for us, and we expect that that's going to happen quickly. But it was going the wrong way, and I was starting to affect his personality everywhere, in the locker room, on the ice, and everywhere, and we don't want that with a young guy.
So when you've got Koskinen now signed, does that mean he's the starter and Cam will only play as a backup, or are you just going to look at the situation and say, well, I'm still rotating these guys, who's ever hot is playing?
I don't want to say that I'm winning you're in, but I'm getting real close to that. So I don't care. Whoever helps us win plays. And I don't look at contracts as far as whatever, except that I am proud that a guy that is that competitive gets rewarded for it. But I look at this as I am moment to moment in everything, and that's what happens when you're trying to grow your group. And, you know, I'm not 100% winning you're in, but I'm in the 80s. And so whoever kind of my age and yours, we're right there, though. We're in the 80s now.
Ken, some of the players have expressed frustration in terms of not being able to string together too many wins consecutively. With that being said, how much significance would a win tonight be in going into the All-Star break and into the bye week in terms of mentally for this club?
Well, I want to. I'm like the players. I want to win tonight, but I want to play the right way. I want to see the continuity that we show in our 5-on-5 game, and that gives you. That gives you a chance to win every night. Like, we can't continue to rely on our power play to win games for us, or we've got to kill every penalty. Our numbers on special teams are too high and too good to have our situation, and our inconsistencies 5-on-5 have really hurt us. And so I want to see us play really well 5-on-5. Let the score take care of itself, because 10 days is such a long break. It's going to feel like a new season again. But like the coaches talked about today, this thing hits the ground running, and when they come back, there's going to be a whole other level that we're going to have to get to, and I want to see the start of that level 5-on-5 tonight. I want to see us a lot better.
Do you feel, Hitch, like, and I imagine with more time you get more of a feeling for what the group might do or how they react, but do you feel like you have a pretty good idea what your team is going to come out with tonight, or is that still feeling a little up in the air just given the way it's gone?
I don't. That's the truth. I don't. I feel like everything's in place right now, but I think we got to prove it to ourselves. I'm unsure, and I think from that standpoint, I want to see the things that I want to see. I'm determined that that's going to happen, But when you're like this, you're like this. And we're trying to eliminate that. But if you're up and down like we are, 5-on-5, I'm going to have to just live through it. So I feel good about what took place yesterday in the video meetings and in the meetings that we had individually with players, but I want to see it. So I'm waiting to see it, but I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to see it. I know that it's a work in progress, and we've made significant progress, but against good teams and a certain style of play, we're not reacting properly, and I want to see that change because we're going to get the same push tonight.
What are you not seeing from Reeder apart from the fact he doesn't have a goal this year?
I think he's just, I like the way he kills penalties. I like his hunt on the puck, but he's put himself in the mix like a lot of other guys in the bottom six that he's made us make the decisions. So I want to see more puck play from him. I want to see more continuity with the puck play, and I think it's in him. And sometimes when you don't score, you get conservative, and you try to not get scored on, and then the puck doesn't become part of your game. So what I want to see is, I know the puck can be more part of his game, and I want to see that. Okay.
Thanks, Ken.